Alright guys, 3A Productions here, and I'm back with another video, and this one's about the Hound from Game of Thrones. You probably watched it. If you haven't, well, you're on the wrong video, and it's going to be a spoiler warning just here. Spoiler warning, because it's going to spoil some events that are going to happen in the Game of Thrones. So if you haven't seen it, please click off the video now, because, not really many spoilers, but still are some events that I'm talking about that you probably won't get. Let's get straight into this video then. Sandor Clegane, from the very first season, we get, in the first episode, we get a first glimpse at him, and you don't really get to see much, just him in his costume. No lines were spoken, and we move on to later in season 1, where you actually get to see him do something, and that was have that little standoff with his brother, the Mountain, and yeah, as you can see, they don't really get along. Just before that, really, Peter Baelish just gave us a background story on the Mountain and the Hound and what the brothers, and yeah, he just told us what happened between the history, how the Hound got the scar on his face. Thanks to his brother pushing his face into the fire, getting that scar on his face. So if you are wondering why he has that scar on his face, if you missed that in season 1, that's why. And the real purpose was really signaled from season 1, and having that little sword battle, that duel there, kind of signaled what the Hound was about. No nonsense, straight to the point. And yeah, he just seemed to be very blunt and non-responsive, didn't say much. And later seasons you got to develop that more, develop him as a character, and you can see why he is, because his own brother, and his own family don't really respect him. They always looked at his older brother, the Mountain, as a good one, and you can see why he's such an angry fellow. In my opinion, he is quite funny as well. He does swear a lot and does seem very angry, but it comes across very funny, so I do laugh when he does start swearing a lot, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. So he's a very enjoyable character to have on screen, and I think he's a great character, played very well as well. He's also a very interesting character because he has many links to the other characters. He's interacted with most, if not all, of the characters on the Game of Thrones series. He's met with Daenerys Targaryen. He's gone with Jon Snow beyond the wall. Fought alongside the wildlings at the Battle of Winterfell, season 8. And he's gone back to King's Landing at the very end to confront his brother for the final time. He knows all the Lannisters as well. He knows all the Baratheons as well, serving as a Kingsguard in season 1 and 2. And he does know the Brotherhood as well. Not many people know about them, but he does. So he has he knows them very well. He's had a few encounters with them, and he knows them well. Knows Arya Stark as well. Went on a little road trip with her, taking her to the Eyrie. So he's been to Eyrie before. And yeah, alongside that, he is one of the most feared swordsmen in the Seven Kingdoms, supposedly. And he's very good with the sword, as we've seen, many times. He's just gone in there, killed lots of people. Another interesting thing is that, many of the key events in the Game of Thrones series doesn't have many of the same characters in them. But he's one that's been to most of the key events. He's been at Ned Stark's beheading. He's been at the Red Wedding, where he took Arya Stark away. He's been at the Battle of Winterfell. He's been at the final battle of King's Landing. He's been there as well. He was there. Well, he wasn't helping or anything, but went to confront his brother, as I previously stated. Went beyond the wall as well to help capture the White Walker. I really like the way how, all these storylines kind of meshed up into him very well, helped develop his character. And I liked all the different battles you got to see, all the different places and, sceneries. Especially going beyond the wall, that was interesting with the wildlings and being out of his comfort zone, really, and trying to develop someone who's kind of like a stiff board. What I mean by that is really, it's kind of a angry, blunt person who doesn't really change as a person, because from season 1 till 8, he still has the same motives, still, acts in the same way. Maybe is a bit kinder to some characters because of their developed relationship in between, but generally speaking, he's still the same character, if that makes sense. He doesn't develop much, but in my opinion, his story arc, you get to see more of him and why he is like he is, and I think that for me has made him a great character and one, if not the best characters on the Game of Thrones series. in my opinion. Many people might not agree. Some people might. Some people might not. That's just the way things are. And I was pretty happy with his finale, the ending, where not the whole ending, obviously, of season 8, but with the Hound's personal ending. You know, him and his brother dying. I think that was a just ending. You know, couldn't really expect more, and I think it was what his character deserved. Really, it's what he wanted from the first episode or first season, really, and he got it. So I think we should all be happy that he did get it. I think that is a good character, good ending for that character, and not much more to be said, really. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Be very much appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe down below, and just let me know what you think in the comments. And 3-Year Productions, this is Duck, and I'm out.
Stop this madness in the name of your...